Hi, my name is Ryan Suckow. I'm here with Corky Miller of the Louisville Bats. Corky had a big game on Tuesday against the Chiefs. He had a double and a home run. Just talk a little bit about what it's like to hit a home run.
Well, you don't. They happen when you're not trying. You know, right there at that time, I was man on third base, one out, just trying to get a fly ball, and you know, he left a good pitch to hit, and it, you know, here at Louisville Slugger Field, it can carry in the gaps pretty good sometimes, and it just kept going, and just the feeling you get off the bat is like you didn't really hit it, but it keeps going, and you know that you got it when it doesn't. You can't feel anything off the bat.
Is there anything better than hitting a home run?
Well, you know, me being a catcher, catching, you know, a shutout, or I've never caught a no-hitter or a perfect game, but I imagine that would be a little bit better because it's 9 innings, not just one pitch.
So would you rather throw a guy out trying to steal second or take the home run?
Depends on the situation of the game. If we're down and a home run puts us up, I'll take the home run. If we're up and by one and the guy steals, I'd take that one too, though. So it's it. For being a catcher, there's a lot of ups and downs where offense and defense overlap.
Gotcha. You're the captain of the Bats. Talk a little bit about when you were approached by Rick Sweet and what he told you when you got the news.
You know, he didn't. Earl had came up and said, "Hey, wait till you see your jersey." And when I got it, you know, I was both excited and a little deterred at the same time. You know, the last two guys that I had known that had the C only played one more year, so I don't know. Hopefully that's not an omen, but you know, it's an honor to wear it. You know, I looked up to those guys when they were here and had the captain's C on their shirt, and you know, I try to do my part around here. Not so much as a captain, just a guy that guys can go to and talk and ask questions about, you know, the game.
Wearing the captain's C also obviously comes with a lot of responsibility, but also privileges. Is there anything extra that you've noticed that, as far as your role or responsibilities as the captain?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I hope I'm the same guy I was last year here. You know, just being available for the guys, and they already know that. It's just more for fans or more of a prestigious level, which, you know, I wear with pride, but it's not something that, you know, is going to keep me from doing something right or wrong.
You've been up and down through your career in the major leagues and in the minor league level. You play with a bunch of different organizations. What sets the Cincinnati Reds organization apart from those other organizations?
You know, I've been here with the Reds a long time. You know, I got drafted by them, and I came up through their minor league system mostly, and just their development. You know, there's other teams that I played with 2 years, played with Atlanta. You know, there's just subtle differences in everything that they do. It's not one's better than the other. You know, they just do some things different. But the Reds have been great to me, and you know, a lot of these guys that are in positions like Fred Benavidez and stuff I've known for a long time. You know, so you know, I'm not afraid to be able to talk to them, or they're not afraid to talk to me about things that are going on and players and what I think of situations. And I think they take my knowledge or what I've seen, you know, not with a grain of salt. They put some thought into it.
Definitely seem like a baseball guy. Hopefully years down the road, but once your playing days are over, do you have any plans to get back into coaching or anything like that as far as baseball goes?
You know, I have a lot of people have talked to me. They've been asking me that for the last 6 years, and if it comes about, then I will. You know, I mean, it's not something that, you know, I'm desperately seeking, but I've heard a lot of people ask me if I wanted to coach or manage, and you know, if that's the road I got to go down, then you know, I'd love to. I love, you know, playing baseball. I love watching baseball. I love talking to guys about different aspects of the game. So, you know, I feel it'd be an easy exchange if I went and did that.
One of my personal favorite Corky Miller memories happened last year when you guys were in Chicago and you hit that big blast to left field. What's one of your favorite memories as a professional baseball player?
Well, you know, stealing home is always comes up. You know, when I stole home in '01 on a pick over when it was supposed to be a squeeze. Left-hander picked over, I took off and was safe at home, and they counted as a stolen base at home. That has to be up there. Last year going to the playoffs was definitely another highlight of my career where I could say that I was a part of that. You know, there's been teams that I played on that have gone, but I had never been there. So it was exciting for me to see what happened there and just be with those guys and be in that close-knit group of people that made the playoffs.
Gotcha. You're obviously a fan favorite here. Everybody knows you by your famous facial hair. How did that come about? Because you haven't always sported that through your career.
You know, when I left high school, I had it. You know, as I was in college, I had it. And then when the Reds drafted me, it was no facial hair, and then it came out. You know, like when we could grow. I think Greg Vaughn came in.
That's right.
And he had a goatee, so our GM said, "All right, we can have facial hair." And then I went away for a couple years in the minors, so I couldn't have it. And then now we're back to being able to have facial hair. So, you know, I've had it off and on for the past 20 years or so.
Gotcha. Some of the other guys in the organization, Matt Maloney, the Cure, Herrera when he was here, they all kind of are starting to sport the mustache as well. Did they kind of rub off on them?
Yeah, I try to get as many people to grow them as they can. Unfortunately, they seem to shave it. Everybody but Sam, you know, they seem to have to shave it at some point. Frankie Pfister, when he's here, he shaved one end, which, you know, he was afraid that I was going to be mad, but I'm happy. I mean, I wish everybody would do it. You know, it's not you know, not for everybody, but, you know, it's fun when a lot of guys have them around.
And as far as the facial hair goes, you were recently named the first recipient of the Golden Groomer Award.
Right.
Talk a little bit about how that came about and what the award means to you.
Well, you know, I think it had something to do with Sam LeCure and his connection with Caught Off Base, and you know, she's a great lady. She puts a lot of stuff on for baseball and gives you like another look to baseball. And they decided to see who had the best facial hair. And for me to win it over, you know, guys that are in the big leagues that get more exposure is a pretty exciting. You know, John Axford was up for it too, and I'm telling you, he's got a good one. But you know, for me to beat him this first time is exciting, and you know, I will hold that award dear to me and hold it for everybody to see.
How's that process work as far as the voting? And
you know what? I asked her, you know, who does the voting for this? You know, who's in charge of this decision? And she says it's only me. And you know, so she I guess she did her research. She looked around and she probably felt whoever had, you know, was the best to do it. And I really appreciate her, you know, named me the first recipient.
Talk about Brian Wilson's beard of the San Francisco Giants a little bit.
You know what? I can't say that thing is real. You know, I thought one day I saw him, he didn't have it. The next day I saw him and he had a full-grown beard, and it looks like it's not real. I know it is, but you know, it's unreal, and it's. I wish I could do that. You know, I wish I could pull that off. You know, maybe if I had the time that he had in the big leagues, then I probably could do it. But that thing's exciting when you see him out there, especially how dark it is, and I'm hoping that that's not his real beard color.
I would hope not. I'm sure that would get a little hot under the catcher's mask as well.
Right.
That's Corky Miller of the Louisville Bats, a catcher and the captain of the Bats. For thebatsignal.com and LouisvilleBatsBaseball.com, I'm Ryan Suckow. Thanks for watching.